Hello and welcome to a little drawing video that I'm going to do today. I'm going to attempt to draw a Cylon fighter, Cylon Raider I think they were called, from Battlestar Galactica. The craft that would fight against the Colonial Vipers, the good guys. I drew a Colonial Viper just recently. I released that just recently. So let's go. Let's see. Should I do it at a bit of an angle, I wonder? Undecided. And the size, I have to make sure. Make sure that I get the size correct. Come up here. Tricky thing is that both sides are symmetrical, so any mistakes are really going to notice. Anything that doesn't quite look right is going to notice a lot. Trying to get both sides exactly the same is going to be very, very difficult. See, that would be the, that's going to be the centre. So maybe I should put that in now. That's not high enough, is it? It's got to be up here somewhere, I think. I'll put all the gribblies in there at the top. Okay, that's a bit tricky. I don't think I have to get all the lines totally accurate. Just the outside. It's getting the outside accurate. That's the most important thing. I can sort of, to a certain extent, make up all the other stuff. Okay. Tricky. So that sort of comes up like that. There's a bit of a scrub that out. once I get the outside bit done, it'll be a lot easier. Still don't think that's high enough actually, maybe go up a little bit higher. Because this has to step up a little bit. See, that's not quite lined up there. Does that look a little bit better? Not sure it does. It looks a little bit wrong, basically. Okay, so let's go across there like that. No, it's still not coming up right, is it? It's very difficult getting it symmetrical. Okay, let's go. That's a bit better. Okay. I like to use these retractable pencils because you don't have to keep worrying about them getting dulled. They're always sharp, basically. That's not going to be totally lined up, I don't think. So what we have here is, I'm going to try and line it up. It's not going to look, as I always say, I'm not an artist, so it's not going to look tremendously great. As I've said before, I like to look at these things as more like caricatures, basically. Okay. But I do enjoy doing the pictures. It's just very difficult with this one to get it symmetrical. With the Colonial Viper, I didn't have that problem. not so much anyway. Different story with this one. That's not looking too bad. I don't think it's looking too bad. A little bit wonky, but only a little bit. That goes. Okay, now I'm not forgetting these little lights on the front. Not sure how best to do those. These are actually longer than it shows here on my picture. So let's take these. And then don't know why this is all open here. Don't know why the Cylon ship is designed that way. Don't think that's guns on the side there, is it? Or maybe it is guns. I thought the guns were two sort of red dots here, but maybe the guns are in there. Like that. Okay, it's actually not too bad. Put in a little little gribblies. As I said in a previous video, they're a term supposedly first coined by what's his name, George Lucas, to describe the little bits and bobs that model builders put onto spaceships and things to make it look like there's a lot going on. A lot like the lights in Star Trek, all the flashing lights. Give the impression of a lot happening, when in actual fact none of it means anything. So I can play with these gribblies. I've got lots of gribblies. I can just mess around with that. In case you don't know, there's a slight chance, of course, that you don't know what a Cylon Raider looks like. This is it coming towards you, basically. It's actually sort of like a pancake shaped, like a domed pancake. This is it coming towards you. What's not lining up there? That's okay. Like this, that's working quite well, I think, so far. Just like that. That's all very dark in there. Okay, so let's do another one down here. Again, that's all very dark in there, so I'll have to highlight these lines a bit more. And then I can shade in these bits a little bit. Okay, so I'm now going to put in a few little of these little odds and ends, give the impression that something's happening. They're only gribblies, but I'm not actually happy with those ones. Didn't match up with the other side. Let's try that again. Still not matching up very well. Just trying to get the two sides to look the same. It's very, very difficult. Now there's some kind of there can't be an air intake on a spaceship, but it's a very dark area. Just it's just there. Because when you're writing, I'm sort of writing backwards a lot of the time. Writing sort of forwards that way and backwards that way, or drawing I should say. And that sometimes makes things a little bit tricky. Certainly very tricky getting it to look the same. Like that. I need to just make that a little bit more knobbly, a little more gribbly, a little bit more in there. you can see the wing tips down there. I'm not sure, not 100% certain that the video shows them very well. If you can call them wings, because they can fly in an atmosphere, but that's not what they're designed for. So they wouldn't need wings in the conventional sense. I forgot to do these corners at an angle. So they go like that. Just rub out that little line there. I loved, as I said in a previous video, I loved Battlestar Galactica. Jumping on the success of Star Wars, and that did cause a few problems because Fox Studios tried to get Battlestar Galactica closed down because it was seen that it was copying Star Wars, but they didn't manage it, and I'm glad. Because I very much so liked Battlestar Galactica, and I liked the 2005 version as well. I didn't mention that in my last video, but the 2005 version was okay. It was quite different. They were using the whole wobbly TV camera method, which was quite new back then. And TV programs went a little bit too far with the whole wobbly TV thing. The early series of 24 were very much wobbly TV camera, like the cameraman's drunk or something. They overdid that a little bit, I think. But yeah, it was very good. It was odd having Starbuck as a woman, but I mean, perfectly fine. Played by a very strong. Oh, her name is on the tip of my tongue, but it's not quite there. But the actress that played Starbuck played it very well. It's a very tough character. Boomer was also a woman as well. Apollo was still a man though. In 2005, that second version was. Okay, now I'm going to resist temptation to colour it in. Apart from all this deep shading that I'm doing. But I will do a couple of little red dots. But I want to be, I don't really want to do this, but let's just, I'm a bit worried about what this will look like. I don't know whether these are guns or what they are, because I thought the guns might be over here, but I think that's okay. That's enough. Okay, I've almost finished. Just need to maybe smudge the, is it going to smudge? Seeing if I could smudge it in some way. So instead, let's do some, not gentle enough, that one. Let's come on, I'm having to, so that I'm not doing the pencil marks backwards, I'm having to come around the top of the paper and do it like this. So that might give indication of, I don't know what it gives the indication of actually, structure basically, otherwise it's just empty white space. I don't know about that. That's supposed to come down like that actually, isn't it? Can't believe I missed that off. Let's just line that up a little bit better. And then just shade that in slightly, like that. And I'll do like that. And then down here as well. Not too much. Let's make that a bit more pronounced. Like that. A bit across there. Make that a bit more pronounced. Right, I think I have finished my Cylon Raider. Just in case you can't see the wingtip. I like to think you can, but just in case you can't, there's the wingtips. These areas here seem to be not, that seems to not be connected to that. Basically, there's, unless it's this gun or some laser gun, and between the two is what attaches that to that. So it's like you can see black space in between, literally space. But anyway, there you go. I better sign it. Cylon Raider. What's the date today? I think it's the 8th. Actually, I just missed off a couple of these little boxes, didn't I, over here? Some gribblies to match the other side. not in exactly the same place, but I don't think that matters. Okay, there we are. Cylon Raider, Battlestar Galactica. Thank you for watching, and if you wish to subscribe, please do so, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.